the bloodline came.
God, Veer has so much influence. Let's keep on coming! This episode of Raw gave us a DQ mania. Like seriously, you gotta chill with the DQ finishes. We also saw the return of Alexa Bliss, the United States Championship match, guess the finish, and most importantly, Edge got a haircut. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, and the long-awaited debut of Ken Owens. I was skeptical too. I thought this is actually just Kevin Owens dressed as an older man, but I've seen some proof on Twitter and I'm convinced. And welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. That's the thing with Monday Night Raw. The show was actually really entertaining. It felt big. The issue is every single important match, or just match, ended in disqualification. Like, we legit got 3 DQ finishes. Sometimes it works, I guess, but tonight it felt like I was watching these matches for no reason whatsoever. But this show kicked off with RK Bro. And Randy Orton says we lost a battle, but we will still become the first ever undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. Excuse me, Randy. I think that happened before, but since the Usos can't make their own decisions, they're gonna ask Roman Reigns on SmackDown. Then we saw the Street Profits, and they're insulted that RK Bro are not being threatened by the Street Profits. I mean, after all, they're gonna defend the championships right now. The Street Profits said they're gonna unify the championships. Riddle says, RK Bro 420 says we just smoked your asses. I like how at first WWE were like, maybe he's high, maybe he's not, maybe he's just stupid, we don't know. People, you make your own conclusions. I know they straight up have a short saying 420. He's high. Randy is high too. I know we've seen this match quite a few times right now, but this was still a pretty entertaining match. I especially loved the finish. We saw a catching RKO by Riddle. Can we already assume that this is Riddle's finisher now because that's the only finishing move he's using nowadays? As cool as the finish was, the highlight was Randy Orton's reaction. He looked like a proud hi daddy. At this point, I don't think this is a gimmick. They are having a lot of fun backstage. So yeah, we are going to get the WWE Unification match, Tag Team Unification match. And I don't want this to happen, but at least they're following up with the story. Now, then again, why wouldn't they unify the championships at WrestleMania Backlash? What was the point of that match? It didn't achieve anything. We got this old school type of interview, and Austin Theory doesn't feel threatened by Cody Rhodes. He has a point. It's Raw. We're probably gonna get a DQ finish anyway. Then it was time for the Judgment Day, and Edge is rocking a new look. Okay, so it does look good. I like it. I love it. The thing is, damage, I don't know how I feel about it. It does look good, it doesn't look better, but I like the fact that Edge is committed to the character. My dude went from a wrestler to a broker. We saw another F the Fans promo. They formed the Judgment Day because they were tired of being sheep like all of you. He has the Hall of Fame ring, but big deal, he's bigger than the Hall of Fame. He says he also got his body beat up, but none of you keyboard warriors cared about it. He also called them ugly. That's only because I was not in the audience. Great point. Priest says they are going to destroy all of your favorites. They were dangerous before on their own, but now, imagine what they can do now. And now they have the newest member, Rhea Ripley. Joining the group was the easiest decision of her life. She saw the two change for the better, and she wanted that for herself. Edge says, blame me for splitting up your favorite WWE tag team of Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. Oh yeah, Edge, my personal favorite tag team in the world. She made a point that the fans turned on her, but I don't actually remember that. At times, this promo didn't really make much sense. I don't remember Rhea Ripley getting booed at all. Even when she joined the faction, she got cheered. And then it was time for Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley. Obviously, Rhea Ripley took the W, but after the match, she wasn't done. The Judgment Day were standing tall until we heard Finn Balor's music. AJ joins him too. This led to Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. The match was alright, but we saw the first DQ finish of the night when we got a spear from Edge. Then we got a big brawl, but the Judgment Day still came out on top. And that was the first time Finn Balor won in over a year. I just made that up, but you probably believed it. I like the story. I especially love the fact that Edge said they're looking for more, so we are going to see more people join. And like I've said, my prediction is Finn Balor. I mean, it makes sense. He can be the demon. Mommy canceled my PlayStation Plus subscription. It's meant to be. Chad Gable says he got Elias's DNA and they're gonna prove he's Elias and not Ezekiel. Wouldn't you also need Elias for that? And Owens says he's going to introduce his older brother, Ken Owens. Coco Jumbo's popping, Lil PP stopping, it's MVP and Omos. They quickly got interrupted by Cedric Alexander and he's proud of Omos. We did it. We did it. MVP says, who's we? Well, me, Omos, and you. Then we see Bobby Lashley, he took care of the security. WWE make their security look like as if I could beat them. And I could be defeated by the wind. I could lose in a rivalry against the flu. And then he locks in Cedric Alexander as if MVP cares about it at all. Adam Pearce says you're going to be in a match tonight, and also he quickly got interrupted because Sonya Deville doesn't care. Well, she made a mistake because Adam Pearce says you didn't let me finish. You're no longer an official, you're just a wrestler. And also, your opponent is Alexa Bliss, and Sonya Deville sold the crap out of it as if she just saw The Undertaker. Then again, people, I might be wrong, she has a doll! She has a doll! God, I hope she will never go back to that gimmick. Alexa Bliss quickly takes care of Sonya Deville, and that was it. She's back. Good. Now we need Bayley, and the WWE Women's Division might thrive again. Then we saw Ezekiel in the ring and he got interrupted by Ken Owens. It didn't last long. Kevin Owens just gave up because Ezekiel actually believed him. You see, people, Ezekiel is not a liar, so he doesn't see that in other people. Ezekiel is an honest man. So obviously Kevin Owens goes mental again. Then we saw Chad Gable and Otis and they beaten the crap out of Ezekiel. Just let it go, Kevin. It's not Ezekiel. Have you seen the Usos, by the way? Do you think it's the same person? Then we saw Wilburn and he faced Ryback. I've seen this on Twitter and it does make sense. Nobody would sign Ryback nowadays. The man is a walking fungus. He's a stupid man. Ryback is a dummy. Stupid big man. Big. He could eat me like a Cheeto that he loves. But he's a stupid man, so he needs a disguise to get hired. He's doing it for his family. He's going to prove that he deserves to be in the WWE. He's going to provide for his family. Nope, he won't. Because he got squashed by Veer Mahan. Virgins rise! Then we saw the United States Championship match. Now, the match itself was fine, but it was pretty obvious what's gonna happen. Earlier on the show, Cody said he's hoping the chapter with Cody is closed, but not so fast, Cody. We saw a DQ finish. Cody wins by disqualification. Austin Theory retains the championship. Curb stomp on the announce table. This rivalry is still continuing. I don't mind it, but at the same time, can Cody even lose? Would that make any sense? I don't know. I think they should have ended the rivalry after 2-0 because now it's like, yes, Cody won 2 matches, but Seth Rollins won the final match. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's a possibility. Naomi and Sasha Banks defeated Doudrop and Nikki Ash. The Miz was a special guest referee for Ciampa versus Mustafa Ali, and of course, it's the same thing over and over again. Slow count, fast count. Ciampa wins the match. I don't know why are they still doing these promos. I mean, she already debuted. She showed up. What's the point anymore? We get it. And we saw a very weird decision by the WWE. The show was about to end anyway. When the match between Bianca Belair and Asuka started, the show was about to go off the air after like 5 minutes. So this seems like a big match, but what a waste. What a waste. Obviously Becky Lynch got involved. That was your show. That was really disappointing. It's like this show had potential with all the matches, the promos were decent, but they always effed it up in the end, in the conclusion. All in all though, I didn't hate the show, I'm just saying, you gotta chill with the DQs, man. Like, it doesn't do anything at all. But let me know your thoughts about Monday Night Raw. Do you like Edge's new haircut? That's what's important. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.